to With a K Games. My name is Erica with a K.
And I'm Sarah with an H.
And we are playing Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories.
You know what I'm just realizing?
What?
What are these floating bells? With the red things at the top.
You know, I've been kind of ignoring them because I thought they were just decor.
But those other things you were able to, like, access.
Yeah, some things I can hit and then it, like, does stuff, but they're too far away, so I haven't tried hitting them. But I can try.
I think you should try.
Alright. I will.
Let's go. What's the happen?
Die.
Save the board.
No, I probably won't die. Hello, guys! Oh my goodness!
Gus!
Hello, my baby friend!
Gustafur!
Hello, Gustafur! Gustafur, my goozle.
Gustafur.
Oh, they've got stuff in them.
But like that red thing.
Ow. It's just holding them up, I think.
Oh.
Yes, pulled my headphones. Ugh. There we go. Hello, my friend. Is it warm in here? Yeah, I forgot to turn the air on.
Magoozle
Gus-
is very
Confused.
Confused.
He is my favorite friend. He is so good.
Good.
Alright, let's see here. Let's do this. Ah! Go. My love. My love. Hello. Hello. This is a huge area.
I learned recently that not everybody's soundtracks are alike.
What do you mean?
Sometimes, like, if I'm doing something, I'll be like I'll be like soundtrack.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
And someone recently, like, called me out and they're like, what are those noises? Let's go! And I was like, oh, they're, like, when I'm, like, doing something. And they're like,
well, that person's boring. Yeah, my life is basically a musical. Just nobody else can hear them.
no one else can hear these before.
Yeah. I sing a lot of what's happening to Gus, so he hears some of the music.
I sing a lot of what's happening in my life. But I feel like you also write, like, songs.
Yeah.
There is a period of time where I also wrote.
Yeah. Thunder!
You should write songs again! They might be good. You might have just thought they were.
Maybe I thought they were not good.
Yeah, you should try again. Because, okay, when I was a kid, I wrote some songs, and I was like, Mom and Dad, listen to me sing this song a cappella. And they didn't seem very enthused, so I was like, I must be terrible. So I didn't do it. Now I'm like, it's probably awkward to have this child come up and be like, listen to this poem I wrote, and I'm singing it to you. And it probably wasn't good, because I was like 7. Yeah, and it was like about, you know, how life is difficult, hard, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, for a tiny 8-year-old me, dramatic self. So I was like, oh, I love writing songs. I don't think I'm very good at it. But then once I tried again, I think people liked it. So you should try again. I love it. Thank you. I have like 8 or 10 more that I'm gonna make. I want to make an album.
I'm so excited for this.
I gotta finish my novel.
I want to sing backup.
Yeah!
Let's go!
I just want to do, I think my goal for, like, this year, and maybe next year, is I want to sing more in stuff, even if it's just, like, backup vocals. And then, I'm trying to do more content, so I made some TikTok videos while I was in London.
Amazing.
Initially, at the beginning of the year, I was like, I'm gonna do 1 TikTok a year, and then one of my mods, it was like the 3rd month in, one of my mods, Archie, messaged me at the end of the month and said, hey Sarah, you could post this as a video on your TikTok. And I was like, that is such a lovely idea, thank you so much, Archie. And then I, like, didn't post it because I was like, oh, I think what I said to them was, I was like, next month.
Oh yeah, I forgot you did say you were gonna post one video.
I haven't done that. And then it was like, the next day was like the next month, and Archie messaged me being like, so we noticed you didn't post the video idea. And I was like, yeah, I was thinking I would do it like next month maybe. And they were like, well, but you didn't do one for last month. That's why I sent you that was an idea. Yeah. And I was like,
guys, our headphones!
I was like, oh, I see. I think I misunderstood. I was like, I could have sworn I uploaded something. They were like, no, you didn't.
No.
So then I was like, well, I give up on my once a month idea, but yeah, I want to do more content.
Yeah. I know. We both made videos at our last convention. I like them. So maybe we should do more of that.
Yeah, we might do more of that.
Yeah. Gus is struggling.
Gus is like, let me free!
He says, please, mother.
Let me free!
Please, I will be good, I swear. But I don't think you will be good. I think that's a lie. I think that's a lie.
He's like, don't tell me what I can or can't be. I can be whatever I want to be, mother.
True, you could be whatever.
Mother, I could be whatever I want to be.
I think, Gus, if you wanted to be the president, you would be the best president in the whole world.
When you were little, what did you want to be when you were little?
A veterinarian.
Really?
Yeah.
You have told me this.
Yeah, I was like very serious about it. I decided when I was like 8 or 9 that I wanted to be a veterinarian. Well, yeah, so I really want to do it. And I went and watched, my local vet let me come in and watch her spaying a cat one time, so I watched the full procedure. And then my dad is a doctor, and so he brought home like meat from the butcher and taught me how to do sutures on it. And I would do sutures.
I love it.
Uh-huh.
But is it because you realize that there's a lot of being a vet is actually
Yeah,
the sad
well, kind of. I did start to realize that a lot of it is like putting animals down, which is really sad. But also when I was in my junior, oh my god, stop calling. Okay, hold on. Everyone's beating me up. So when I was in my junior year of high school, I had the option of taking either physics or anatomy. And I decided to take anatomy because even though it was human anatomy, I was like, well,
this'll help.
you know, yeah, this will help for being a vet. But while I was in the class, I realized that I was also taking an art elective at the time, and I'd been painting since I was young. I realized that actually the most fun I was having was making my flashcards. I would draw really detailed pictures of all the like the bones in the foot or like whatever.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm really enjoying art. Maybe I actually want to do art as like my job. Which is the first time I thought about doing a creative thing for like work.
Right.
Up until then, I was like, it's a hobby.
Right.
And so then I decided that I wanted to go into graphic design and animation, and I wanted to make my own animated things. And but in order to make my parents feel okay with that, I was like, I'll also do computer science so that I can like make video games. That was like the deal. And then I hated computer science so much because I was a double major. I was graphic design and computer science. And for graphic design, they were like, you have to have a Mac. And I always had Macs, so I was like, great, that's what I have. And then for computer science, they were like, you have to have a PC. But I couldn't have 2 laptops. Like, I couldn't afford that. And so I was like, well, I'm going to just have my Mac. And it was so impossible. Like, I would be doing the programs right, but the system wouldn't output it correctly because it was Mac. And so I would get points off. And I was like, this is so frustrating.
It's not fair.
Yeah, it wasn't fair. So I took an acting elective in my first year of college. I was like, I just want to do this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but that was why I stopped trying to do that. I also was like starting to realize that I had like ADHD and how much schooling it was going to take to become a vet.
It's a lot of
so much schooling.
Yeah.
And like I was good at math and science. Like
Yeah.
that wasn't the issue. It was just
it's a lot of
studying
time in school,
is like,
especially if that's not something that you naturally it's not something that's a natural skill that your brain like some people like I liked being in school.
Yeah.
Now don't think I could go back, but like
gosh.
I liked school.
Uh-huh.
But I think if it's something that if school and studying is something that like you struggle with, then that feels like it could feel impossible.
Yeah. So, and I mean, I was in, all the honors programs and the AP programs, so it was like, I was, I had the mental ability to be able to do
I don't
stuff. But yeah, I mean, I was starting to, by high school, my grades were dropping because I just couldn't focus. You know?
Right.
So, I mean, by grades dropping, I mean like B-. I was like, I'm a failure.
But, you know, also like, it's daunting then to be thinking, I have 8 years. I have to
oh my god, yeah. Like,
that can feel impossible if you're already starting to struggle.
Yeah, so that's why. What did you want to be?
Okay, I was recently thinking about it because once I hit high school, because I went to a performing arts high school, I was like, oh, I want to act, I want to sing. Like, I was like,
so cool that you went to a performing arts.
Yeah.
Did you have to audition?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's so cool. So wait, at a performing arts high school.
So we had a fine arts academy.
Okay.
And you could audition to be in the academy, and then if you didn't live in that district, you could still go to the school. But there was still the regular school for the people in that district.
Oh.
So like, yeah, I took like regular classes, but then there were like the fine art. Like I took like theater, and I was in choir and all that stuff. So, but like in order to be in and there was like orchestra and band and all that stuff. In order to be in the program, you had to audition. But like my brother went to that school too because it was also a regular high school. It was kind of like what a magnet program would be, but it actually wasn't a magnet program. So if you got in, they didn't have the like busing, which like sucks for people who live far away. Right. Also, if they like didn't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I didn't know any of that like when I was in high school. Like now looking back, I'm like, that's really messed up.
Yeah.
I hope that they fixed that by
now.
But
it's important.
Yeah. I loved it, but I was trying to think like, because again, like that, and then I went, like I continued schooling and training and stuff. So like everything sort of led there. But I was trying to think like when I was little, like and younger than that, and even in high school, like what did I like when I like dreamed of what I wanted to be, and I realized that when I was younger. If someone asked me, like, what do you want to be? I might have made up an answer, but the truth is that, okay, I was an avid reader.
Yeah.
And I think I just really wanted, like, an adventure.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I would read young adult, like, adventure books when I was, like, really young all the way up, like, through high school. And I think what I really wanted was a life that was filled with that feeling of adventure.
Yeah. I mean, I will say that I still think that is my ultimate goal in life, is to just have
but I feel like
which is why
I feel like us and our job gives me that feeling because like in let's say like Genshin, like our characters are in this world that is not like our world, and the experiences that they're having, it is an adventure. Like it is this otherworldly like feeling.
Yeah.
So I do think that I feel like I have that because of what we do, but I don't think I realized that would give me that feeling like when I was in school, you know?
Yeah, I think that's also why I want to write, because I write my own adventure.
Yes.
When I write, I feel like I am there.
Yeah.
Like to the point where I'll like, when I'm done writing, I blink and I'm like, where am I?
Yeah, I love that.
Then my brain is like, I like can't do it. If I'm gonna write, I can't do anything else for the rest of the day because my brain is like only half here for the rest of the day. It feels like I'm like, whoa, I was like teleported. I don't know.
This also goes back a little bit to what we were talking about in our previous episode about how people like feel things differently. I feel like that's really true in a lot of ways, and I feel like that's also true for things like I think I assumed that everybody felt that way.
Yeah.
But they don't.
They
don't. I think I assumed, I was like, oh, everybody wants that feeling of adventure in their life. But like, not everybody wants that.
No, which is always confusing to me.
Not everybody's like,
you just want to...
Like, they want joy.
Yeah.
And they find joy in everybody wants joy.
Right,
and everyone wants happiness. But that joy is not linked to like that feeling of adventure necessarily, or like for me also like the idea of like love is something that like I definitely still hold on to and hold dear. And like when I was recently talking to my my moms about love, and I was like, well, because you believe in like, you know, soulmates and true loves, and they were like, no. And I was like, what? What? And they were like, no. What? You believe that? And I was like, oh no, I definitely not. And so I definitely realized, I was like, oh, like everybody thinks, everybody's brain works differently.
Yeah, I know, that's weird. That's confusing.
Sometimes it's
hard to wrap your mind around.
It's hard to wrap your head around.
All right, let's see what this is. What's going on here? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It's Marluxia.
Marluxia!
You have some nerve to show your treasonous face around here. Some nerve indeed.
Treasonous? I don't know what you could possibly be talking about.
Why let Naminé go? If it weren't for your needless meddling, we could have turned the Keyblade Master to come and serve us.
Oh, right, your big plan.
I like Axel.
You use Naminé to rewrite Sora's memory piece by little piece. And he turns into her total puppet. Then, using Naminé and Sora together, you and Larxene overthrow the organization. Am I right? I would say that you are the traitor, Marluxia.
Dun,
Since when
dun,
were you
dun!
suspicious of us?
Do either one of us have the heart to believe anyone?
Okay, Axel's a villain character that I'm like,
So you
yes,
only
Stan.
eliminated Vexen
Well,
to
he's
obtain
gotta be
proof
good
of our
right
plan.
here.
That's true.
That I didn't want to do. But it was your order.
Whoa!
Go, Axel.
Did he have this before?
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember the order. You must eliminate the traitor.
He's following orders.
I always follow orders, Marluxia.
Axel!
Leave
Axel!
Axel, we love you!
We love you, Axel!
Axel, my bestie, love him. He's so cool.
So will Axel be the head of the organization? Dun, dun, dun!
We'll have to find out soon, once we finally get through this area. So many rooms.
So many rooms.
Woo!
Like Axel. You're
Axel! Go, Sora, get him!
I'm hoping other people in the comments are like, I also think the way.
There's gotta be other
There's gotta be other people. It can't just be the two of us.
No. I would imagine that there's gonna be other people that agree with us and can relate. I hope, maybe.
But it is kind of like jarring, I think, when you're talking with other people. Like I feel a lot of creatives like feel very deeply, you know, kind of like have romantic sensibilities, not romantic sensibilities in the sense of like always thinking about like love or anything, but like in the sense of like find whimsy in the world and you know, things like that. I am friends with a lot of creatives. And so when we talk about these things, we're all on the same page. And then sometimes I talk to one of my friends who's very, you know, logic-minded.
Yes, yeah.
And we'll be talking about something and they'll be like, that is not reality.
Yeah.
You live in reality.
Yeah.
Let's go back to reality. And I'm like, but do we have to?
Yeah, it's not as fun.
I like play pretend better.
Yeah. What's the harm? I mean, as long as you're not hurting anybody and you understand that certain things aren't real.
Not real.
Yeah. Then it's fine. Yeah. I think I've always craved the adventure thing, which is why one of my life goals is to set foot on every single continent before I die,
I love that.
including Antarctica. 4.
You're over halfway. halfway.
I know, I'm over halfway. So I've
What's
done.
next?
Back off.
So next is I want to do Africa next, and then after that there's a cruise that goes from South America to Antarctica, and we like get off of the boat, and I'm like perfect. That's
Amazing.
That's how we end the journey.
Thunder.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my goal, one of my big life goals. But I need to make a lot of money because the cruise is really expensive.
Okay.
So
Okay, so we've got goals.
we've got goals, yeah. So that's for maybe 10 years from now, Erica, who's
Well, you have your whole life to complete.
yeah. And
No rush.
yeah, so
It's all about the journey, not the destination.
yeah, and you know, Luke's animation company has just started, and it's doing really well
Doing
already.
so
we'll
well.
hopefully
He's so talented.
he's very talented.
Someone at MCM brought me art to make, and
I love when people do that.
it was amazing, and I loved it. And they were like, "Oh, I don't know, it's not that good." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, are you kidding?" Like, I am not a person that can draw. Like, I am a person that can do like a smiley face. Like, that's it. I know how to like doodle like a thing of Remy, and I can doodle like a Lumine. That's it. Like, I am not an artist. And I think it's so easy when you are in a certain, and I'm sure this applies to us too.
Yeah.
But like I feel like as art, like for artists like who are drawing or animators or anything like that, I feel like it's so easy to be like judgmental of your work
Yes.
and not realize there are like people out there who are like in awe
Yes.
of what you're doing.
Yes.
Who could not do it. I could not do it.
Yeah.
I am in awe.
Yeah, it's amazing. There's so many talented artists. I love getting art from people at conventions. It's like I keep every single piece of art that anyone delivers to me. I have a special art box, and then sometimes when I'm sad, I look at the art box and I don't think it's really.
Yeah, I started my own little box after.
I eventually, once I have a bigger house, like more space, I want to have a section of my office where I put the art that people give me. I kind of rotate it, you know. out.
I like that. I would also love to do that. I have a very small apartment.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's not physically possible.
Yeah, right now I don't have enough space.
Yeah, but I started a little box. I brought everything that everyone gave me back with me.
Yes, yay!
I actually started it. This MCM London was my third con, so I brought the other art back with me, but this MCM was like very big.
Yeah.
Much bigger than the others that I'd been to, so I was very excited.
I told you it was gonna be
I know.
huge.
It was amazing. It was so fun.
I'm so happy you had a good time.
I was laughing because Isaac really wanted to get fish and chips.
Yeah.
You know, he's always wanted to get. He's had fish and chips before, but he really wanted it like in London. So we went, and I do not prefer to eat fish. You know, I don't.
Right.
Really like.
Oh yeah. You don't like fish.
So we went and got fish and chips, and I ordered. They had chicken.
You got chicken tenders, Sarah.
I got chicken tenders and chips. And they brought Isaac's out, and they brought mine out, and then we made
Power.
and mine was like 3 pounds. And I think it was the kids' meal.
Oh my god.
But you know I love chicken tenders.
Did you try any of these fish and chips?
I did.
You didn't like it.
It was not my preference.
Yeah, you just don't like fish.
So I was glad I got the chips.
Did he like it though?
He loved it.
Yeah. When I got fish and chips, when I went to MCN Comic-Con, we just wandered into a random pub. And
Yeah.
it was so freaking good. It was the best fish and chips ever. And even Luke, who's Australian, so he has a lot of fish and chips. Yeah. He was like, this was really good. Yeah.
Here's the thing. This I learned when I was in England. They prefer to put things on their chips. Like gravy
Yeah.
or like cheese, I think they said, or like vinegar. And I was like, what happened to ketchup? Where did we go wrong? And literally on our table, I used all the ketchup packets that they had. There were not that many because they had the vinegar and the salt. And I was like,
Yeah.
well, hello? Hello?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess I didn't really think about it. I usually eat my fries plain. So
I love some ketchup, and I love.
I mean, I'm not against ketchup.
I love
sometimes
a
I want it.
spicy aioli.
I don't like spicy. I'm working my way up to spicy because.
But an aioli.
Yeah, well, okay, so Luke is Sinhalese, which is Sri Lankan, and their food is amazing. It's so good. I had never tried Sri Lankan food before I was dating him, and now I'm like, all of their food is not as good to me. It's just delicious. But it is spicy, and they don't, like, adjust to the spice level. And so his mom said, I'm not allowed to visit Sri Lanka until I can handle spicy food.
So you're like,
So I've been trying.
spice elements. Not element.
Tolerance, yeah. So one, I have to be able to handle spicy food well, and so I'm upping it. When we get Sri Lankan food, I am fine with them not adjusting anything. You know, I'm like cool, but I do like feel like I'm dying sometimes, but in a good way. And then the other thing is I have to be able to eat a lot at once, which I really can't do. 'Cause I eat like a lot of small portions throughout the day, because that's how my intestines work.
But that feels like maybe not a fair, not a fair limit to have made if that's just like not the way that you function as a human.
know.
That's different than the spiciness.
Yes,
The
but
spiciness is
apparently,
something you can like learn.
but apparently they'll give me like big portions, and if I don't finish it, it's like rude. So I'm like, it's good. Great question. But
That's okay. I'm just gonna say it. That's his job. The same way, again, I'm very lucky. I have a twin brother, and one of those things is that I have moved through life always having a best friend. I'll tell you this. If we were at someone's house, like especially like in high school, and they served something to us, because I'm a little bit of a picky eater, that I didn't like. He always knew his job. We find a way to sneak it over so no one sees, and he's got to eat it.
Yeah.
Because we never wanted to be like rude.
right. Yeah, I
So,
do think Luke could.
Maybe what really needs to happen is you need to start working on your spice tolerance, and then he needs to start working on his food stealth.
His food stealth.
His food stealing stealth.
I like this plan.
Then
But also, I
that's a task for
don't
him.
want him to get good at stealing my food. Because normally I don't want him to take it. Even if I'm not going to finish the whole thing, I don't want him to take it until I say he's done. He can't. Because what if he takes the best bite and that I've been saving the whole time? Which has happened. And I'm like, how dare
so
you?
funny. Because I am definitely a person where I like to share my food. I'm like, have some.
Don't. Okay. Part of it's an OCD thing where even though Luke and I kiss, and I remind myself all the time that we do kiss constantly, so our saliva has mixed.
Share germs, yeah.
Part of my OCD is like the idea of backwash, like people's saliva being on my stuff. It really freaks me out. And that's just one of my personal OCD things.
No, that's fair.
And so sharing food,
if it's food you could hand.
Yeah, if it's a section that I can break off myself and give it to somebody, or an area where like they're using a fresh fork and they're taking it, that's fine.
Okay.
Or if I'm done, then they can have whatever they want.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very fair. I feel like I grew up. I have a really big family. So I think when I was little, I would be like, don't touch my food because but I don't know, at some point, I don't know, now I'm trying to think if I was like always like this, but I really like sharing food.
Well, that's good.
That's
nice.
I like going to a restaurant and I like this is my life. Ordering something. Either I like ordering two things that me and the other person split, so I get to try two things. Or what I really like is I like going to a restaurant like with my brother because he's not a picky eater. So I really like doing is I like ordering something that I think I want. And then I like being like, but if I don't like it, will you eat it?
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
And then if I don't like it, can I have what you order?
Yeah. That's good teamwork.
So I like a good teamwork.
Yeah. I feel like I'm not super picky. I like being kind of adventurous in my eating.
Yeah, I wouldn't call you a picky eater.
No, I generally will try things. Even if it's like like, I know I don't like olives, I'll try them every once in a while just to see if maybe
See, I'll try stuff. Okay, I have this thing. Some of my pickiness is about smells.
That makes sense.
If it smells like I'm not gonna enjoy it, meaning I do not prefer the smell of it, I won't try it.
Right.
But if it's not that, if it's just like I've had it before and I didn't like it, but the smell isn't bothering me, like I will try it.
Oh, okay.
So
That's good.
but it's hard because
It's over.
that's like a hard thing to explain.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are like, just try it. And then sometimes I'm like, sure, and then sometimes I'm like, no, I know I'm not gonna like it.
Yeah.
So the answer is no.
Yeah, I get it. If something looks really gross, like if it looks like something that my mind will relate to, like vomit, for instance, then that makes me think about vomiting, and then that makes me not want to try it. But if it doesn't look like that, I'm usually gonna try it.
So you're more of like if something looks appetizing,
Yeah.
you're willing to try it.
Yes, yeah. Even if it has ingredients that I'm like, I don't usually like those, I'll try it anyway. Because maybe I'll like it this way. And this technique of like every few years trying things I don't like has paid off, because I used to, for my whole life, I didn't like pickles. And recently, I tried them again because I always try things every few years. Turns out I like them on burgers now, and I'm like, oh. Right.
The only thing that's changed from when I was younger to now that I didn't like when I was little, but I do like now, is, and it's because it's not a smell thing, it was a texture thing that now I don't care about, is mushrooms. I used to really not like mushrooms when I was little, but now but the things that I didn't like when I was little because of smell, I still like.
Well, mushrooms for me, the thing that made me go, hey, maybe I could like mushrooms is I always hated mushrooms. I always thought they were gross. Partially because they are a fungus that comes from the ground, and this is why when I was a kid I didn't like cheese, because I had learned that it was mold, and I could not.
Cheese.
Yeah, but all cheese is mold, technically. And so I was like, I could not get my brain around it, and my OCD was like that. So I refused. I couldn't eat cheese on anything.
Yeah.
And then eventually I realized cheese is delicious.
It's so good.
I got over it.
It's so good.
But what was I talking about? What was the start of this session?
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms, right. Okay, so the thing that made me realize that I might like mushrooms was I went to a vegan restaurant once with a friend that was vegan, and it was actually up in Canada. And I ordered this bowl, and it had these caramelized mushrooms on it. They were so good. I was like, these are mushrooms? This is insane. And so I kept trying mushrooms on things, and I was like, ugh, no, I still don't like them. And finally I was like, I'm just gonna try and make that. Like, what, I don't know how they made it, but I'm just gonna look up sugary mushrooms.
Yeah.
They were like sugary caramelized mushrooms. And so I found this recipe for brown sugar glazed mushrooms. They are the most delicious thing. It's brown sugar, soy sauce, vinegar, and
Donald.
and
Oh
what else? Garlic, I think, with mushrooms and oil to like fry the mushrooms first. It's so good.
I like cooked mushrooms.
Yes.
I really don't eat them raw. But for me, it's like a similar thing about when you were talking about cheese is I do not eat meat with bones in it.
Oh yeah.
Because with other meat, it's like I don't think about the fact that it's animal, but if it's got like bones in it, or if it looks like how it looked
Yeah.
when it was alive, then I'm like, I can't.
I will say, I'm not vegetarian, but I go through phases of like, I just don't want meat at all. I really like salads and fruits, like a lot. Like when I was a kid, I would choose to have that for dessert a lot of times.
Fruit is like
so good.
Oh my gosh, and it's watermelon season.
Oh my god, it's so good. So
and
many
mango
fruits
season.
Yes, there's so many fruits right now, and I'm like, I love it.
And I got a mango, and I actually cut it correctly. I always struggle with it, and I was like, I'm an adult.
Yeah, look at me go.
I cut this mango on my own.
Oh my god, do you eat the seed? Oh my god, that's the best part of the mango.
The really tough part?
Yeah, well, you don't actually eat the seeds, but you take the, so you cut around the mango, right? And then you cut around the seed. And the best thing ever is you take the seed that still has like flesh on it, and you eat the flesh off of the seed, and for some reason the like texture that it has there, it's just like my favorite thing.
Ah.
So good. And it's like extra tart usually around the seed. It's so good.
Okay, try that. You know what fruit I always think I'm gonna like and I don't?
What?
Papaya.
Me too! Oh my god, I always try papaya being like, this time, this is the day.
I'm gonna love papaya.
It always looks really good.
I think it's because I'm expecting it to taste like mango.
Yes, I think I agree, but then it doesn't. And
I'm like, well, this is a lot now.
Yeah, no, that's the one. That's one of the
I
only
like
fruits.
papaya juice, but I think it's because the papaya juice has sugar in it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am slightly allergic to pineapple, so I try to avoid eating pineapple whenever possible.
Thunder.
But sometimes I like the taste of pineapple. So sometimes if I'm just feeling like dangerous, I'm like, I'm gonna get a smoothie with pineapple. And I've noticed if I'm in like a tropical area, sometimes the pineapple is like so fresh that I've read that this can happen, so I'm not crazy, that it doesn't trigger my allergies. At least not as much. So
Your lips tingle.
it's like, yeah, the back of my throat gets itchy, which is not really
Not
what you
great.
want when you're eating
Not
food.
great.
So I tend to avoid it here in the
Wow.
mainland of the States.
I feel like I would have trouble if I had a food allergy.
Yeah.
I feel like I would be like,
Courage.
when you know you can't have something, you know,
Yeah.
when you're like, want
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, thankfully that's my only food allergy thing, and it's like not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It's the only, like the worst that happens is it makes my mouth itchy, so I don't like going to anaphylactic shock.
But like people who are lactose intolerant, the inner strength that takes.
I know.
Gosh, I know a lot of my friends who are lactose intolerant who still eat cheese.
I know. Okay, so at one point I was at the doctor and they were like, we're gonna test you for celiac disease. And I was like, we can do that.
You were like, maybe don't.
But just so you know, if it comes back that I do have celiac disease, I'm still gonna eat bread. So
you're like, you might as well not test.
yeah, you know, I'll just live in pain forever. So, and they were like, okay, well, at least we'll know. I don't have celiac disease, thankfully. So.
I like that they were like, we'd still like to know.
Yeah, they were like,
And
we
you
should
were
probably
like,
still
well,
do it.
that's good for you.
Yeah, yeah, all right.
You can know, but
Yeah.
don't tell me. That's how I would feel. I would be like, you can know and it can be in my chart, but never tell me.
Well, they were like, well, even if you still want to eat bread, there's at least then we could like put you on medication that would maybe make it less bad. And I was like, okay. Well, it turns out my intestines are just too long, which is the issue, which there's not really a fix for that. So.
This is it.
Just is.
Yeah, unless they do surgery and stitch them back together,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
like, then causes problems. I don't know. Just eat
like,
my
this is
small
fine.
meals at a time, and I won't eat a lot at once.
Well,
and
that's
I
what I'm saying.
won't
I
go
don't
to
feel
Sri
like that's
Lanka.
a fair expectation.
Yeah, I know. It's not that I don't want to eat a lot at once. Okay, it's that it hurts me. I'm in pain.
I feel like that's not a fair.
Yeah, I think as long as I can handle the spiciness, I will be accepted by his family.
Back off.
But I don't
Again,
know.
I think we all know whose job that really is.
Yes, yeah. I don't know. It was I do want to go to Sri Lanka. I know. I want to go at some point.
Y'all should know that sometimes. Look at Erica when we talking about doing something, and I'm like, I want to go.
Yeah, you can come.
My dream is to just always be.
Well, you and I, we need to do. I want to do like a girls' trip. Not that I don't like Luke, because I love Luke, but he gets really seasick, and I love like boat activities. So we have to go. He also does not. He's an Australian who doesn't like the sun and he doesn't like sand. So
No,
we should go to like a beachy vacation sometime
I know.
with like some of our friends.
This, but I feel like if that comes, that he needs to bring someone else who also hates the beach and the sun.
No, he's happy to be by himself.
Oh, he's like,
He wants alone time. Yeah. Sometimes if he and I are on vacations, I have to plan a day where we just like do separate things because he needs to recharge his social battery. Even with me, who he is the best at not having to recharge his social battery with, which that's fine because I also need to recharge my social battery a lot.
Yeah.
I get that.
Luke's one of the only people ever that I really don't need to recharge.
But because that's also because like he understands it, so he like
Yes. Yeah.
even when you are together, and
Yeah.
sometimes you understand and give each other the space you need.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
I feel like it's so valuable to have people in your life like that. Like, I feel like we after a convention, Eric and I went back to the hotel and we literally put a movie on. And like, there were times where like 100% we were just like not speaking.
No, yeah, we were just on our phones next to each other.
We were just like in this like sharing space.
Sarah was texting me when she was in London being like, I wish you were here so we could just go back to the hotel and watch a movie and I didn't have to be social with everybody.
I don't have to talk to anybody.
And I was like, yeah, you could still do that by yourself, you know.
It's harder.
Yeah.
But also I felt like I was in London for the first time.
Right. You gotta go out and do things. Yeah. This area, man, is like insane. Let's just have
kind of a maze.
Have a nice little break room.
Yeah.
And then we might end the episode here because it's been 40 minutes.
Oh yeah.
I am remembering now that this part of the game is long as heck. So long. We haven't done a Moogle room in a while. Maybe we'll do a Moogle room. Yeah.
Moogle.
Let's get some Moogle points down
The
here.
Moogle points.
Moogle points. We have some Moogle points. Moogle that you gotta give your points to. Do you want some cards? You have to give me points. If you do not have points, then you are not cool. Hooray, a Moogle! Hold on, let's get some. He's left his points lying all over the place.
Tis a Moogle.
Hello, Moogle.
Hello,
Moogle.
Oh.
Hello, Moogle. How's it going there, Moogle? You having a good time here? Here's a card pack for me, Koopo. I feel like we're slowly devolving. Let's do this one. Most expensive pack on the board. Lame! You tricked me, you Moogle! You Moogly Moo!
Get away from us, you Moogle!
Boo! Ooh! All right, we got a 9 at least. Well, I'm out of stuff. So, let's put. Ah.
Oh, I think we have more CP.
Yeah. So let's put that fiery attack on.
Let me at him. Let me at him.
Let me at him.
Let me at him. Let me at him. Hamana. This dog is so patient. I've just been manipulating him like a doll.
Yeah.
You're so patient.
Who's the most patient boy in the whole world?
Patient and special.
Who's the most patient boy in the whole world? Bruh. Let's do this. And then. Oh, let's put
Do you want to not sit like that anymore? You don't have to. I sort of like flopped him on his back. Wait, so Axel doesn't beat Marluxia.
What?
If we fight Marluxia and Axel just fought Marluxia, and then Axel doesn't beat Marluxia.
Dun dun dun.
I just realized that. Is Axel okay?
Is Axel? Well, we'll have to go see.
Is Axel hurt? Marluxia!
To go see what
I
happens.
will end you!
We'll have to go see. Should we make this a save room?
Yeah.
So we can save.
Yes. We've done a lot of changing.
Yeah. Hello, my friend.
And I have no idea when Marluxia's happening.
It's very spooky. I feel like it could happen at any time. Spooky, scary.
Spooky,
Sky.
scary skeletons send shivers down your spine.
Speaking so got to turn and see Sticky and shudder and surprise when you hear those zombies shriek. We're so sorry, skeletons are so misunderstood. You only want to socialize, but I don't think we should. Spooky, scary skeletons.
Should
we end the episode here? Alright, thanks for watching! We'll see you next time! Maybe we'll get to story. Who knows?
No one knows!
This is a never-ending story. All right, bye.
Bye.